It's time for Penguin Speaks.
Hey everybody, Penguin here. It is Saturday evening. I think it's the 29th of July. And what's been going on? Well, we were supposed to go to Six Flags today, but that fell through. Things come up with the parties we were supposed to be going with and with us, and it just didn't work out. So we're going to plan another trip here soon. We might wait till school gets back in. That way it's less crowded. Who knows what we're going to do? We kind of throw everything off the hip anyway, so that's just the way we roll. I do want to talk to you guys about something that happened the other night. It was Wednesday night, and my son was in the process of getting the trash together to take out. Well, a young boy, I say young boy, he turned out to be 17, wandered up to Mackenzie and asked him if he could use our washer and dryer and possibly spend the night. Now, we live outside of Atlanta, of course, but this just isn't a normal thing that happens every single day or even once a year. It should never happen. So I was here in the cave, and my wife calls me and says, "Get here now." So I moved as fast as I could move, went in through one door and out through the other door and asked him what was going on. I mean, he was polite, and he said, I need to wash clothes and stuff. And I said, we just can't do that. It's 10 o'clock at night or 10:30 at the time. And I said, I'd appreciate if you just move on. So he left, and we kept hearing noises outside around the house, and sometimes it sounded like knocking. We weren't sure. I stepped out on the patio to take a look, and there's a cell phone plugged up to my outside outlet. Well, that was kind of strange. Asking to move on, now there's a phone plugged up. So I called the police, and Decatur police took 35 minutes to get here, so it's a good thing that I wasn't being held at gunpoint or anything. And he searched around the house, looked in the woods, searched everywhere he could, confiscated the phone and the charger, took it into evidence, and that was that. Said, "Hey, I'm gonna, call me if anything else comes up." So at 3:30 in the morning, we hear a knock on the door, and it's the same kid. So I don't open the door this time. I said, "What do you want?" And he said, "Well, my phone was out there, and it's not there now." And I told him the police had it, and that that's between him and them now. And so I called the police in the meantime, or my wife called the police, and took them another 25 minutes, I think, to get there. But this kid actually, he wanted his phone, so he went home to get a shirt on, because he didn't have a shirt on this time. Came back with a shirt on. Kept asking me, "Am I in trouble? Are they going to arrest me? What are they going to do?" I said, "That's up to the police." I called them out because you're trespassing, and they have your property, so that's between you and them. So the police show up, and I speak with them, off to the side, told them what was going on. And I told him, I just want the kid gone. I want him off my property. He explains to the kid that the phone isn't evidence, locked up, and he can't get it till next morning. So he said, "Do you even know these people?" And the guy's like, "Well, I know the son." So I said, "Dude, if you want to stay out of trouble, tell the truth. You don't know my son. You met him for the first time tonight at about 10:30 in the evening." I said, and he goes, "Yeah." He said, and I asked him if I could plug my phone up. I said, "You didn't ask him if you could plug the phone up. You asked him if you could spend the night and if you could wash clothes." So I said, "You need to tell the truth." Then he said he didn't plug the phone up. His sister, staying with a friend down the road, came and plugged his phone up because they didn't have power there. His story just kept getting more embellished and more embellished. So, I told the cops that whatever you want to do, I want him gone. So I went in the house, and that's all I heard about that. It was just a weird night. And we haven't heard or seen him since then, and there's nothing been happening or transpired since then. I mean, he was polite to me as far as the kid, and I was polite to him. And I didn't want to cause any problem that didn't already exist. So there's no sense in being rude or anything like that. Just, you be nice, and he was nice to me. He didn't have any ID on him. They ran his name, and nothing came back. But if he didn't have ID, I thought the police, he said he's 17 and didn't have ID. I really thought they were supposed to detain him for that. But I'm not sure about the laws in Georgia, but I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be the law. So anyway, we're all safe, and we're keeping on. So for now, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This is Penguin Speaks. Be somebody important. Be yourself. Peace out.